Good morning, my name is Joe O'Halloran. Welcome to this Rapid TV News webinar on over-the-top OTT services. Millions of Netflix paying customers can't be wrong, can they? What more proof do you need as the viability, business-wise, of over-the-top OTT video services? Millions of people have, in the past, logged onto the BBC iPlayer, yet now they're paying for Netflix, like they're also paying for Hulu. And perhaps they'll pay for others. Given it's a business, how is this business protected? How do you monetize over the top? How do you make a viable business model from these services? To establish this, we've got 4 experts in the field of over the top. We have Rajiv Katir, President of Projects of Dish TV, Raphael Dusky, General Manager of the Satellite Business Unit of ADB, Andrew Glasspool, Managing Partner of Farm Consulting, and last but by no means least, we have Tora Helga Christensen, VP of Product Development at Conax. So just starting with you, Rajiv, what does over the top mean for you, and in terms of the business as well?
Yeah, thanks. See, over the top for us as a broadcaster who produces content and as a distribution platform who distributes the content, brings another opportunity to monetize the content. We look this as an opportunity to go across various geographical reaches so that we can get more and more subscribers subscribing to our services and more monetizing the content more better actually. That's what we look at as OTT for us.
And Rafael, you are ATB, you've got a history of devices that enable over-the-top services. How has the OTT market changed ATB?
Well, first of all, I think that over-the-top will be an addition, a great addition to pay TV. So it will enhance the overall experience and family entertainment. We've been anticipating the entrance of OTT for a while, so we already launched a number of products that have this technology, both in the STB, software and Carbo products, and also on the system side. So we see this as a great opportunity for our industry.
And Andrew, you're a consultant. How is the market developing for OTT? What viability is there?
Well, I think the challenges for our clients are about both monetizing the business and achieving a technical solution when they have such a range of standards. That's the standards not just on the sort of display standards, but on content security and the cost of reaching all these different platforms. But it's a huge opportunity to break away from the traditional set-top box in the corner for our clients.
So Helga, your company has made a transition into over-the-top from traditional services. How has it changed?
We see that the pay TV operator is probably in an ideal position to take a major part in the OTT and make money out of it. But we also see there are a lot of technical challenges, particularly related to content security, securing the content on a number of different devices with very different architecture, very different possibilities of securing content really. And this challenge is something that Conax is now working on making it possible for TV operators to monetize on OTT.
Well, we have an operator here in our midst, and I'd like to start with you, Rajiv. What was the rationale, your journey into over-the-top? When did it come about that you decided you needed to get into the market?
See, the OTT offers a very unique possibility that you can breach the traditional mode of distribution and licensing and regulatory environments, reaching practically all nook and corner of the world. Today, we via our satellite broadcasts over various platforms reach practically every second Asian home or Indian home who wants to watch our programming. Now this, with the younger generation going on to multi-screen formats, multi-screen devices, we look at this an opportunity to go into furthermore into those markets and take advantage of those multi-screens and move people watching the content everywhere, anytime. the way they want to watch whatever they want to watch, basically.
Did you see real changes? What was the tipping point that made you get really addressed about it?
So the tipping point has been that over the period we have been seeing that the subscription levels in the markets have been not tapering off. So basically you need to monetize, you need to find new ways to reach consumers. We have a big archive of our programming which we need to reuse it, and that gives a benefit when OTT gives a benefit when we are able to do a catch-up TV or maybe a video on demand, and you can make your own FPC as you go forward. The challenge has been to basically establish the networks as fast as possible for us.
Speaking of challenges, it's not switching a button on to make OTT happen. What's that meant to you guys in terms of enabling services like what Rajiv is introducing?
Well, we've been working on this for quite a long time now. So all our STBs are already enabled for this, and we offer whole lots of solutions, ranging from adaptive streaming to downloads and things like this. So it's a great thing, and also at the same time we look into providing a feel of convenience for the end customer, and this is, I think, where the real potential of ADB is to provide that convenience on a number of different devices with the same look and feel.
I'm just going to go to Helga. We've talked about accessibility, demand, but a very key point is protecting content. What really has been, again, the journey you guys have had to take? Rajiv's made his demand, he wants his over-the-top services, as run on boxes like this. What have you had to do to bolster the security? Because over-the-top, is that the Wild West? Is how insecure?
The really difficult challenge here is the fact that we are talking about a number of different devices, and we are talking about content flow between devices, and the content owner, of course, expects this to be secured all the way. And the various devices, many of them are like open architecture, like PC solutions and these things. So it's very difficult to really make secure solutions. So the challenge is really finding an adequate level of security in all devices, and then making sure that the content owner are willing to deliver the content to these devices.
This is a point I'd like to make to Rajiv about devices. Do you basically have to sort of support everything the customer you mentioned? People have iPads,
yes,
and tablets. Are they telling you this is what we want?
Yeah, see, what I look forward in another 5 to 6 years is that the content has to be delivered to all devices, all platforms. There can be customized devices, there can be generic open architecture devices also, like PCs, mobiles, tablets, and many more connected TVs actually.
Can you ever say no?
No, it will be very difficult to say no, because if you say no, you will lose customer actually, and customer is the king nowadays.
Absolutely, content's not the king anymore.
Yeah.
I'd just like to bring Andrew in, just move on about monetization and the business. You've heard these guys talk about the demand. Rajiv can't say no to the customer. How would you make a business from that? What's the particular demands on the monetization streams?
I think that's a challenge. Actually, the monetization challenge hasn't been solved, and perhaps before you can solve that challenge, you've got to address how you can be sure, from a business perspective, that your content does arrive on the right devices and properly protected. And the challenge there is not just the range of the devices you're trying to reach, but if you're trying to reach the big screen with high definition content or premium sports content, the level of security and the different standards are quite different from trying to reach a small screen device with SD content. And you're faced with many different business models that you have to adopt with different technologies to reach each of these different screens.
One of the trends, and hopefully we'll get some feedback from Rajiv on this, is unfortunately a move out the way of hardware to software. Now, traditionally, with how you guys made boxes, how would you work in this transition to software solutions? What's this meaning for ADB?
Well, we already offer a number of system solutions, and a whole range of carbo products. Okay, so but overall, we see that as a great opportunity to offer our solutions to multiple devices. Okay? So STB will be there because it's still a family entertainment with a TV in a living room. But the opportunity to move to other devices, it's great, and we already have the technology and with a number of products.
Yeah, yes, I'd like to pick up on that and on the software solutions, because I think there's the challenge that the industry faces with OTT is that many of the devices that go out into the market are product devices which are sold at one time, and security is about offering a service, and in order to offer that service there has to be a business model for covering the cost of the update. So the real advantage of the software security solutions, of course, is the ease with which you can update them. You don't have to offer a smart card swap or something like that. The challenge is that you're more likely to have to update the software more frequently, and there's no connection between the operator who's operating the service and the manufacturer of the device who first put it in the market. And I think the real challenge is to find out a business model that will allow for the devices to be updated and maintained secure for the life of the service or the platform that's trying to take advantage of those devices.
So what's this meant for you? You're in the security industry and enabling software.
Yeah, what we see now is that for the moment there is not much money in OTT. There is more or less free services. National broadcasters are giving away the catch-up content for free and these things. So for now, the security challenge isn't that up to the day. But we see that in order for this industry to be healthy, there has to be some money flow in the future, and that also means that there will be pirates coming, and you need more security in the future than you need today. So yeah.
Oh, it's a difficult question, but let's put to Rajiv. How worried? We've talked about security and the challenges.
Yeah.
How much of a worry is it for you? Because it's your business.
We are very much worried about the security part. See, what I look in next 2 to 3 years is, till now we have been moving on a hardware security. We have the STB, we have a VIM card. We try to get chips more secure, more security on the boxes. But when this open architecture system gets into more prevalent, the biggest challenge which we will be facing will be redistribution of the content, unauthorized redistribution, and unauthorized copying actually. And this is two things which we are seeing now on the initial platforms where OTT has been launched. The content goes from east to west, west to east. It's very difficult to trace from where it is being generated. And that's the biggest challenge for the security providers to have. And we operators will be very much cautious onto it to get more revenues into it.
And I think that's not just a challenge from the security perspective, but we can learn from the audio industry and know that if we don't provide a good solution, then and it's not made easy for people to copy content and move it around the home legitimately, they're going to do it by pirate means. And that, I think, is one of the other challenges for a security company or platform operators, to make it easy for customers to transact and share their content around different devices.
I think one of the things Ravi's picked up was distribution, and coming to Rafael, the connected home. It's almost about basically unlimited distribution, or people expect it. What's the challenges of the connected home, or getting video around the home that's over the top? What's that meant to the type of technologies you guys have to offer?
Well, performance is the key here. Okay, so in connected homes, you have to have a look at the channels of transmission. So is it Wi-Fi, is it PLC, is it cable? Okay, so we looked into all of this, and we offer solutions that will suit almost any environment, and this is good. But also another thing that's very important here is that as the technology moves, and in connected home you've got a number of devices, convenience is the key, the common look and feel, the ease of use. So this is where we concentrate, and we already have quite good improvements in this area.
Which I guess is the challenge for yourself as a security company. Rajiv customers want that easy use, that common interface, that ability just to pick things up. You've got a protected revenue stream. What's the challenges for you in connected TV and home distribution?
I think the challenge is almost the same in the connected home and in the multi-room environment, because again you have multiple devices, you have multiple architecture and multiple ways of protecting things. So that means that there is probably not one single solution that will fit any device. You need actually to make a dedicated solution for each client device, and you need to make a head-end side capable of supporting this. So what we have done is make a solution, a product based on using multiple DRMs and multiple different architectures to solve it in the best way for each different device. So that's the same for like OTT and also for the connected home.
Rajiv, is this not your worst nightmare? Multiple devices, multiple standards. Is that not just equal big cost?
Yeah, fortunately, it will be much bigger challenges for the security provider than for us as a content provider. But yes, as a content provider and as a distribution platform, it makes it very difficult for us to make the right choice. That will one service provider be able to give us the right solution, or we look at different solutions? But we prefer as a one service provider to give the solution secure across the devices, across the networks basically.
Andrew, just as we're coming to the end here, how do you see things developing in the next 12 months? Will there be initiatives that are going to protect over-the-top content and content in the connected home?
Yes, I think there's a growing awareness of the need for standardization, not of the DRM systems. I think it's right, and absolutely right, there should be a range of different DRM solutions with different meeting different business needs, but a standardization at the sort of lower levels. And the Ultraviolet initiative is very interesting there, where creating the standard formats for sharing the content. What perhaps is more of a challenge is whether the standard should run up through a single rights locker manager or whether it should be opened up. And I think there we can learn from the way that linear TV has been standardized at a scrambling level in the DVB, and if we can have initiatives like that, it will at least help to solve the transferability of content between devices from a security perspective. But unfortunately, we still have to solve the many different container formats and video encoding formats.
And Tor Helge, looking 12 months out, how different will the world of Conax be?
I think it will be very different because most of our customers are like, or not most, but many customers are now looking into going into the OTT domain, and they are planning to like launch in the next 12 months. So we will see more and more customers going hybrid, and with that also the challenges that we have been talking about here.
And again, Rafael, if we were in the ADB booth this time next year, what type of different technologies or what type of different things will you be supplying the likes of Rajiv?
Well, that's a good question, because we already have launched a number of products, and we have at our booth a multi-room solution that was certified by Conax. So next year I hope that we will build on this further and provide connected home solutions.
And finishing on Rajiv, I won't ask what's going to keep you awake at night about addressing these challenges about multi-room, multi-product, but how differently are you going to see what you have to do, or you're just going to be doing more of the same? Is there anything new that you're coming on the horizon?
See, the OTT is something which we are not concentrating on after establishing the DTH platforms, and let's see next 12 months to 24 months we look at making it a more robust platform. Aggregating content, especially Indian content, into the platform is going to be a big thing for us. And that will keep us busy, and we would like to work with our partners to find a client at the home and the secure solutions for the content delivery base.
Busy and wealthier. Well, thank you very much. I hope you gained some insight from this webinar, and please do log on to rapidtvnews.com to find more about over-the-top and solutions to what is going to be a pressing and challenging and hopefully prosperous environment. Thank you very much.
Excellent.